Hi guys, welcome to my channel Atlantic Venus, and today's not pick a card, oracle deck review. I'm actually going to present the Priestess of Light oracle, and it contains 53 cards, and it's a collaboration between Sandra and Taylor. She's the author, and Kimberley Weber, she's the artist. And this is a Hay House publishing. Hay House has published this oracle deck. And I actually like when the oracle deck shows some of the cards in the back. And here is a little bit of information about the oracle. But let's see here. I have actually used this deck a lot. This is one of my favorite decks that I use. I love it. It's my type of aesthetics. I love this divine feminine, sacred kind of symbology they use in this oracle deck. I like, the style, the design, the colors. So let's open the box. Here's a text inside, as you can see, and it comes with a guidebook. It's a black and white guidebook, but it's quite big, So here's about the contents and introduction, and I actually want to show you something. Kimberley, the artist, this is a heavily influenced deck, not heavily influenced, but this is a deck with a lot of symbols in it, And she has combined classical Eastern and Western techniques. The images embodies frequency of spirit animals, divine feminine archetypes, sacred geometry and mandalas, pure crushed gems and minerals, including lapis, Egyptian azurite, mica, marble dust, malachite, gold, copper, and cobalt. Imbue the paintings with luminosity and healing powers. I mean, that's so cool. There are very few people now these days, very few artists to even use gems and mineral into their paintings. I mean, this is really cool, And this deck contains 53 cards. I mean, that's a lot. This is a big production. So this is the back of the card, and this is the bottom. There is no gilding. It's rounded edges, and the finish is matte. So I like that. And this is the first card, and I mean, you'll see that all these images fit so well, It's so well planned oracle, They have probably put a lot of thoughts into this work. Actually, they recommend you to use the guidebook first, so you read all the cards before you use them. But I have already used the cards before I was reading. I pick up the guidebook sometimes, but there is a word and an explanation. They give you some mini explanation, and I think you can use this deck very intuitively, so it won't be that hard to use the cards without the guidebook. But let's see here. This is the first card, Portal. courage, calming the waters, summoning power. I won't read them all. Clarity, planning, releasing, illusion. And I mean, when you read that and see the image, this image, I mean, you can use your intuition when you see all this, you know. You're releasing something. And I think this is the only image that contains masculine individual. I love this image. It's so cute and sweet, and it reminds me of Africa, actually. You know, the savannah, and so sacred breath and sound. I think this is the only card where the women don't like priestess, you know. I will actually say that they look like ordinary Muslims women. But it's a beautiful card. I mean, it fits, but it's the only one that is not ornamented like a goddess type of... yeah, you understand me. They don't have the ornaments, you know. They look very ordinary. I like this deck very much, and this card. Do you see the eyes? So beautiful. And you will always see some kind of combination with an animal and person. And all the cards are numbered, and that's great, because when you use the guidebook, you can just search for the certain number here, and it's up here. You can find the number. So this card was 25, and you use the go with the flow number. This one looks like Medusa. I think this card is very beautiful. Looks like almost like a Christian icon. Yeah, and this is the card that is in the front of this deck. Sensuality. This is the last card, Soul Radiance, Phoenix Rising. Very lovely. The cardstock, well, it's on the thinner side, I think, but it's actually of great quality, and it's a matte finish deck. But there is also a feeling, I don't want to say linen, but there is some, you can almost feel the texture. So it's not just creamy matte, you will feel like a texture in this deck too. And I mean, I love it. It kind of gives an organic feeling to the whole thing. But let's shuffle. They're not too big, and I think this is a standard size for a Hay House deck. But let's see here. I just shuffle like this. Let's see what image, what message we are going to get this time. Oops, okay. The whole bunch, okay. Healing the heart. So you see here, let's use the guidebook. You can use it like this. So, healing the heart. The Priestess of Personal Power brings you message of hope and healing. Sacred geometry encases her upper 4 chakras with the lower circle moving through her heart center. This represents the healing energy coming to lift you up and bring you through space and personal power. Very beautiful message, and here is a mini affirmation. It is safe and comfortable for me to love and be loved. I live in my personal power, loving, encouraging myself every single day. So it's not a difficult guidebook, and I think there's very clear messages through the whole deck, you know, and each card has their own meaning and message, you know, and I think you can work with them intuitively. This is one of my favorite oracle decks that I have in my collection, and if you see my pick a card readings, you will probably see this deck very often. So guys, you can subscribe to my channel, and if you want to have a reading with me, you can just contact me via my email. And yeah, so thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.